We sold $30,000 worth of stock in September. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad.
I am Jazz.
And together we are Torsy Thrifters. So today we are going to go through what we sold for the whole month of September. It's been a great month, so stick around to the end to find out the totals. But right now we're going to share with you 20 BOLOs and a few NOLOs so you guys know what to look out for and what not to look out for when you're op shopping. So let's get straight into it.
Here is what is currently selling. We started off with a Swan Dry vest that we picked up at the op shop for $11. Sold it for $89.95, which means that we made $53.46 after all the fees and the shipping.
Gotta love that. Next up, we love selling toners. We sold this Brother TN3340. We picked it up for $10 in an op shop and sold it for $140, making us $89. So keep an eye out for those sealed toners when you're op shopping. Make sure you do quick comps because some of them do really well and some of them don't do so well.
More fun though, keep an eye out for toys, specifically the Street Sharks. Picked up these Street Sharks, got 3 of them in an op shop for $1 each. This particular one was Power Arm, sold it for $149 plus post international, and we made $125.65 profit on that little dude.
That was an amazing score. Next up, we picked this Zachman Space Explorer tabletop game up from an op shop a while back. We paid $25. There was actually 3 of them. And we sold this one for $150, making us $82.50 profit.
The nostalgia. Nostalgia sells. Dr. Martens, we love them. I picked up this really cool bubblegum pink pair at Savers for $39.99. Sold them for $145. We made $68.26.
Next up, something we don't find very often is this Patagonia.
Gucci.
It was like a base layer, so just like the really lightweight unders. We paid $5 for it. We sold it really quickly within like a day or two for $37. So we made $18.45 on that particular item.
Very quickly. This stack of White Dwarf magazines Brad picked up at Savers?
Yeah, I think a while back, yeah.
Paid $30 for them, but we sold them for $70. We only made $17.50 profit, but it was a pretty quick turnaround, and we like them.
Yeah, stack them up together and get a bit better price on those White Dwarf. They're not as good as like the Warhammer and stuff like that, but if you can get a bunch of them for cheap enough, it's worth it. Jazzy picked up this Joseph Ribkoff. We paid $8 for it, sold it for $69.95 and made $43.46. Was that one that Cara didn't like the pattern?
This was a very, very interesting print, and we do go shopping with Thrifty Pixie a lot. Yeah. She was mortified by this pattern, but was sure it would sell, and it did. You picked up the old vintage kangaroos, I don't know, sports things. It was a vintage long sleeve jumper. You grabbed it for $6, sold it for $175. So we made $134.75, but it wasn't without a little bit of trouble because you did try auction first and they didn't pay. So we had to relist that sucker, but it sold very quickly once we did.
Yeah, bloody auctions and people not paying. But I'll take that profit any day of the week. Next up was a set of these Doreen Virtue cards, the Oracle cards that we picked up from, I think, the second bulk lot. We paid about $5 for those, sold them for $39.95, making us $20.96. Not all Oracle cards are worth picking up. Some are worth literally nothing, but specific ones you can do quite well and well above that in some cases. So
remember the name Doreen Virtue.
Keep an eye out for those.
These Solomon Ultra shoes we picked up in Savers for $13.99 and they were super, super dusty, but we brushed them off, sold them for $80 and we made $46.01 profit. Solomon
are a great brand to keep an eye out for. Just check the treads and the inside to make sure there's no sort of rubbing or anything on the inside, but apart from that, they're going to sell really well. Next up, Tony Lama boots. We've got these from the bulk lot, the first one, I believe. So I sort of calculated this out and I reckon we paid about $30 for that particular pair. We sold it for $115 and made $55.75 on those Tony Lama boots. Keep an eye out for them. We've never actually seen them in an op shop, but it's great to keep these brands in the back of your mind.
Yeah, we learned something new. We also sold for the first time ever Ratfink. Look at his face. He's so happy. Found 2 of these vintage Ratfink shirts in Savers. Paid $9. Sold it for $90 plus express post. We made $59.50 profit.
I was stoked to find that. Hopefully we sold the other one pretty quickly. Another thing that I was stoked to find was this Coyotes NHL jersey. This was in Not the same shop that you found the Street Sharks, but on the same run. So
we had a good day that day.
I paid $12 for it and sold it for $169.95 in like a couple of weeks. So pretty happy with that. Made $124.46 off that item.
We sold 2 typewriters this month. One of them is featured on our Two Aussie Thrifters Instagram. The second one was this Hermes typewriter. It was a little metal one in the case. We paid $60 for it and we sold it for $215 and we made $97.75. So if you're shopping around and you see typewriters, just make sure that they still have working buttons, and you can check on the back. There's usually an etched serial code that you can look up.
Yeah, for sure. And not every typewriter is going to be great, and you do have to be aware that they're going to cost you a bit of money when shipping them. But if you get the right ones, as you can see, you can make a bit of money. Next up was this PS Vita. Now, I believe this came from our bulk lot quite a long time ago.
Yes.
We didn't have a charger, so we ended up putting it aside. I ordered a charger, which cost me like $8 or something. So we paid $13.25 total for this item and sold it for $169.95 after we got the cord and tested it, and it was working great. So we made $121.21 profit on that item.
We could have made it a whole lot sooner if we'd just
ordered the part.
Done it. Don't put things aside. Brad bought this Warhammer Glotkin 2 set of books, and he paid $19.99 for it. We sold it for $135 plus post internationally. We made $94.76.
Another really cool item to look out for is these Polly Pockets. We paid $10 for this in that bulk lot that we recently got. Sold it for $98, making us $65.30. There's specific ones in the Polly Pocket range that go really well, and if you can have the figures with it, it'll bump the price up quite substantially. So we're very happy to get that one out the door.
The other question I had on that item was, does the TV work? I did not realise if you press it, it changes channels. So if I see one in an op shop, I will be testing all the little buttons.
Polly Pocket ahead of time.
We sold these Panasonic VHS C tapes. So they are a small blank media tape that goes in like your old camcorder. We paid about $5 for them. We purchased them in one of those bulk lots that we picked up in one of our recent videos. We sold it very quickly for $94.95. So we made about $67.70 profit on those little guys. So always dig down the bottom when you're in the op shop in those like blank media miscellaneous sections.
Yeah, we found a few by doing that. Hey, just like pulling out drawers and then just seeing them. So we sold the last of the RM Moleskine shirts that we picked up a couple weeks ago in that bulk lot. We paid $3.50 per item on that. Sold this one for $69.95, making us $47.96. And I think we would definitely start to be in profit in that lot already with...
Definitely. We've been saying bulk lot a lot in this video because we have been buying in bulk lots and picking up as much as we can, and it gets our cost of goods down.
Alright, let's get into those Nolos. So we've got a few items here that we're not on the lookout for. Either they didn't sell for enough money or they sat for way too long and the sell-through on them isn't great. So let's get straight into those.
We are not looking for plain black Nike workout yoga pants. We bought this for $5, and after so long, we finally sold them for $25. There's a lot of Nike listed on eBay. Nike is a fantastic brand to resell, but it's got to have a point of interest, and these did not have a point of interest. Took absolutely ages to make our $8.25 profit. Yeah,
not on the lookout for those. Another thing that we're not on the lookout for in specific ranges, because some of these will do really well, is this Toy Story plush. Now this sat for a very long time. We paid $4, sold it for $25, so we did make $9.25 after everything, but it did take a long time to sell. There are some plushes that do amazingly well and will sell a lot quicker than this one, but this particular one we're not on the lookout for.
We just did not check our sell-through. We had a look and saw that someone had it listed for like $40. We thought, great, we'll grab it. We didn't check whether people were actually buying that particular one. We also didn't check whether people were buying this Despicable Me figure. I don't know where we got this, but apparently we paid $2 for it. Eventually we sold it for $19.95, and we did make $6.96, but I would not pick it up again. Took way too long.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to like make sure the stock we're picking up, especially now, that sell-through rate is there. It's ticking over a lot quicker, and we need to clean up all that backlog of stock that's sort of been sitting around for too long, and we haven't had a chance to actually look at it yet. Another Nolo was this Bull Rush shirt. Bull Rush doesn't seem to sell as well as brands like R.M. Williams and Thomas Cook. So just be very careful if you are going to pick up this brand. We paid $3.30, sold it for $25, so we did make $9.95. But again, the time that that's in our store versus something like an R.M. Williams or Thomas Cook was way longer, and we could probably pick up something better with that $3.30 to turn it a lot quicker. So we're not on the lookout for Bull Rush shirts, but we are on the lookout for R.M. Williams and Thomas Cook.
Yeah, we do not want to be storing things.
No, that's it. Now, what you guys are all here for, to hear our breakdown for the whole month of September. So what we've actually done here is we've actually sold a couple items on Facebook, a couple on Depop. So we'll add that into the total at the end so you guys can see the total.
A rare Depop sale.
Yeah, I know. Very crazy, right? I actually had like 2 lots this month, which is weird.
It might be waking up from its hibernation for us.
So on eBay, we sold $29,851.83 worth of stock. 488 items sold at an average sale price of $61.17.
Oh.
Which I'm very happy about, because we have been trying to like clear some of the older stock, so we've been discounting that as well, which means a lot of the other stock that we're purchasing now is dragging up that average sale price. So
beautiful.
Very happy with that. We did sell $150 worth of stuff on Facebook. We very rarely post stuff on Facebook because we don't really like the interaction that goes on there, but we had a bunch of DVDs that we wanted to clear. I had something else that we cleared on there as well.
Big old printer that I was not shipping.
And Depop, we sold $259 worth of stuff for the month. So not huge income, but a little bit extra. Those 2 little amounts helped us get to that $30,260.83. For the whole month of September, we actually sold over $30,000 worth of stock.
Milestone.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done $30,000 before, so very happy with that. It's definitely helping push up that 90-day total, which is something we're always aiming to do. Obviously, these are all gross numbers, not taking out your cost of goods, your postage, your fees, your tax, all that sort of stuff. But we're pretty happy with how things have been going. We really appreciate your support, and we would like to hear from you guys what your best sale of the month was, and if you had any Nolos as well. So give us your Bolos and your Nolos down in the comments, because we read every single one, and we really love hearing from you guys what you've been selling. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on Twazzy Thrifters. Bye for now.
Bye.